Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanique Beckford. If you are here for the first time, welcome back. And if you've been with me since I started this channel, guys, welcome back to this channel. And season's greetings. Let me say season's greetings. We are approaching Christmas. I don't know if you guys call it Christmas from December begins, but we are definitely approaching Christmas. The season to be festive, the season to be filled with joy and all of that good stuff. So season greetings to you guys. Before I go any further into this video, I must say I have not been able to upload a video in the past maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I'm not slacking off. If I may be honest, I recorded with my laptop and my camera, and after recording, it was lagging. The voice, the sound did not match what my mouth was saying. I recorded the following week. When I recorded, there was no audio. The third week I recorded, which was last week Thursday, I recorded and I was talking for about 25 minutes, and the video stopped at about 12 minutes, I think. So I've been doing my best where recording is concerned. I tried recording with my Canon, with my phone, with my what's that camera? Sony. I tried doing everything, and it was just not working out. So I'm definitely trying to make sure that this video gets up, and I'm trying my best to make sure that I keep the videos coming as best as possible and as consistently as possible. So please guys, stay tuned with me. All right, yeah. Okay, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe, comment down below, comment more than once, and hit the share button. Share this video with someone. And now, without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. So today, by the title of this video, you already know what I will be talking about. I'm going to be sharing my testimony of how I got healed, or at least I'm not sure if it was a sickness kind of a thing, but anyways, I'll explain shortly. When I was in grade 6, I developed a condition with my heart. How the story started, I was in grade 6. We were preparing to do our GSAT exam at the time, and I remember I was so bad at math. I sucked at math. Until this day, I suck badly at math. If you guys are watching it, don't like mathematics, you just suck at mathematics, comment down below, let me know. So I sucked at mathematics. I remember the teacher lived next door to the school. I went to Richie's Primary, so those of you who know, you know. Our teacher in grade 6, he lived right across from the school, across the road, literally. And apparently he forgot his belt. He had a particular belt. I don't remember what the name of that belt was. If you guys went to school and your teacher had a belt with a name on it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That belt has a meaning, and that belt is not nice. I don't remember the name of the belt, but anyways, he went for the belt to come back because I was not getting my maths correctly. Talk about English and all the other subjects, I got all of those locked. But when it came to math, the man went for the belt. So when he went for the belt, I started panicking. I was not prepared to get beaten. I can't recall getting beaten any other time. Like, I really can't recall getting beaten throughout high school, throughout primary school. When I was in grade 5, I'm not deviating from what I'm saying. When I was in grade 5, I remember I put the chair down and I sat on it the opposite way. So instead of sitting and resting on the back, I turned it around like I was a tomboy or something. And I remember my grade 5 teacher gave me a couple slaps in my hand, and he said, "Be a girl, you're a girl." I've always been a little tomboy, or I've always, just carry myself a certain way. But anyways, I was not prepared to get beaten and I started panicking. By the time he came back, I was actually panicking, literally panicking. I was and I was going on, and he had to just let me go from the class. And I don't remember how I got home, but I remember I got home and my mommy brought me to Spalding's hospital immediately because I was like hyperventilating and it was getting really bad. I couldn't breathe. And when I went, they said that I had a heart murmur. I had a heart murmur. They referred me. It seemed to be something that was developing into something worse based on my my symptoms, and so they referred me to the University Hospital in Kingston. UWI in Kingston. So I remember I started going to UWI, and over a period of time, the whole heart condition thing was getting worse, and it got to a point where I did a Holter test, heart test. If you guys have anybody that has a heart condition or whatever, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I did a Holter, so they had to put on a lot of stuff on me, a lot of strings. My stomach was filled with strings and taping it down, and I had this little recorder thing attached to my waist. So each time I felt a pain or a sticking or whatever in my heart, I would just record it or whatever. But at that point in time, by then rather, I was having, my heart was racing. The left side of my body was going numb. Sometimes I couldn't feel my left hand was going numb. My left feet was going numb. I literally could not feel the left side. Oftentimes when that happened, my left hand would become blue. So there would be poor blood circulation and my left hand would become blue. Sometimes my both hands would become blue. And my feet I think my feet used to become blue as well due to the poor circulation. But as a result of that, I couldn't move my hands would turn blue and I couldn't really move it and all of that. My chest would get tight, around my rib cage, my chest would get tight. I couldn't breathe. I would and I don't know, I had a lot of symptoms. All of them were pointing to my heart. And after doing a couple of tests, I remember one of the tests showed that I had a very bad heart murmur. And I remember another one, they were indicating something like I had a hole in my heart. The symptoms were becoming very bad. I became afraid of the ocean. Because I always felt as though it would kind of like just overflow me and drown me and I couldn't breathe. And then I already had the whole problem where I had struggles breathing. So I became, what do you call it? Is it a hydrophobic or something like that? I don't remember what the fear of water is. I'll put it below. If you guys know, put it below. I think it's hydrophobia. So yeah, one day I remember I went to the beach with my uncle, and as I got to the beach, I just started hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe. I was panicking, and they rushed me to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, when I woke up, it's like I pretty much blocked out. The last thing I remember was my grandmother crying and saying, don't leave me, no, wake up, you're mad, and one bag of bad word and stuff. I remember her crying over me and my uncle crying over me and saying, don't do that or whatever, you know. And I remember I woke up, and when I woke up, I saw one. You know, when you're in the hospital, you see one of those things latched onto your finger. I saw one of those things on my finger, and I was connected to a lot of machines. I was so scared. But I wasn't getting through. I was there on the machines. I wasn't getting through, and I think I called my grandma or my uncle or somebody. I said, listen, I'm going home. I'm not staying here. I'm not staying in the hospital. I detest hospitals. I don't like hospitals. Hospitals are like the worst. And I pulled off everything. Everything that I had on me, I just started pulling off everything, and I went home. That night I went home, I was severely sick, and I remember I thought to myself, I was a Christian at the time, but I wasn't so in depth with the whole Christianity and church thing. I didn't really understand much. But I remember I told my mom. My mom wasn't here. My mom was in Bahamas at the time. I remember I told my grandfather, listen, let us go to my uncle, let him pray for me, because my uncle was a pastor at the time. I said, let me go to him, let him pray for me. Once he prayed for me, guys, I'm telling you the honest truth. Once he prayed for me, I stopped having all the symptoms of the hole in my heart thing. I was breathing okay. I wasn't having any shortness of breath, any tightness of the chest, any numbness or poor blood circulation. I got prayer. I believed that if I got prayer, I would be healed. And I knew at that point, that night when I left the hospital and came home, how I came to the realization that this was perhaps something more spiritual than physical was because that night I went to sleep and I had a dream. That night I went to sleep and I had a dream. I dreamed that there was a frog that came in my room. If you know anything about spirituality and dreams, frogs can represent witchcraft. There's a frog that came in the room, except the frog that I saw in my dream, it had a human face. I knew exactly that that was witchcraft at the time. I don't know how, but I just knew that was witchcraft. That wasn't normal. And when the frog with the human face came in my room, the presence of it made me feel like I was threading out. I kept feeling like, do you know when you have like a reel of thread and you're just reeling it out? That's how I felt, like something was just reeling out, like my spirit was just leaving my body. And I remember subconsciously I heard my great grandfather come in the room, and he started speaking in tongues and praying over me. And I saw like my spirit man was looking down at my body, and I was like thinking, listen, spirit, get in that body. I think I shared that story with you guys before on another video. But he was praying for me, and while he was praying for me, I came back to, and I woke up, and that's when it really hit me that this must be something that is more spiritual than physical. I got prayers, and I believe that God will destroy this thing from my life. I got prayers, and he did. Since then, the only time I recall having these issues is when I pretty much left high school, moved to Kingston and all of that. And as soon as I started messing up, like having sex or whatever it was, as soon as I started messing up, the whole thing started just coming back. And so I realized over the years, I've realized that every time I start to mess up and play church or not be serious with consecration and all of that good holy stuff, the whole thing start coming back. Like my chest start feeling tight, I feel like I can't breathe. And so I figured, and I remember that there's a scripture that Paul says that he besought Christ 3 times that he would take that thorn in the flesh away, but he would not. And I thought about it, and I've been asking God for a couple of years, could this be a thorn in my flesh? That anytime I walk out on God, or I don't want to live the right life that I'm supposed to live, it comes in to get me in check. And I really believe, I've been seeking God on it, I really believe that's the whole case of it. That whenever I step out of line, and it has been a while, I haven't had that experience in a couple of years, but over those years, every time I mess up, every time I start doing what I should not do, etc., the whole heart things just started coming back. And so I know that the moment I stop living for God, the moment I backslide and I just walk away, leave God and the church, that's pretty much where the devil would want to kill me. I mean, over my years, I've casted out a couple of demons. I've preached to a couple of people that got saved, gave their life to God. People got healed from all sorts of sicknesses. People's marriages were restored, and God has used me, not boasted or anything, but God has used me to do a tremendous amount of ministry and deliverance across this country where church is concerned and all of that. And I know that the devil is mad for all the work that I've done. And so the moment I step out of God is the moment the devil will really try to just destroy me right there and then. And so I believe that this thing was placed that it would kind of keep me in check. That's my belief. It's there to put me in check. So I live right, and I mean, it doesn't bother me. I don't mind living right. I don't have any heart condition or anything. I believe that I was healed by the power of God, but then I said as soon as I started messing up, the whole thing just started coming back again. So this is just my testimony. They said I had a hole in my heart, I had a heart murmur. At one point they were probably even thinking about rheumatic fever. That's when you have a heart condition that affects the bones and the, what do you call these, the joint pains, right? So I believe God healed me. For those of you who are watching, if you are sick or you have family members that are sick, listen, God is able to heal you. It doesn't matter how bad the condition is. It doesn't matter how serious the condition is. God is more than able to deliver you and to heal you. Sickness is not of God. The Bible says healing is the children's bread. He was bruised so you could be healed. The chastisement of his peace was upon him. By his stripes you are healed. By his stripes you are healed. So whatever you're going through today, I want you to trust and believe. The same way that God healed me, he can heal you too. Make sure that you are commenting down below. If you haven't, please comment down below, and remember, share this video with someone. Hit the subscribe button down below and like this video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video on my channel. Bye.